So just a little update on the 89 Ranger STX 2.9 V6 four-wheel drive. I had the interior pristine. I had it pristine, but then the clutch and the brake pedal were stuck together. So I had to take the entire dash out, move it back to get the, you have to take the steering column down. I couldn't get the bolts off for the seat here because they are rusted, almost completely gone. Welcome to, old vehicle life. It's just expected anymore. So took the dash down, the steering column down, the bezel out. I was super careful. I didn't want to break anything. The dash isn't in such great shape, but it's not in the worst shape, so I just wanted to kind of save on that. But I had this thing vacuumed out looking brand new, and gosh darn it, I got it all dirty again. But the brake pedal and the clutch pedal are back to the way they were supposed to be. They are working separate. It was only like a, 10-hour job. So this is one reason why I love this truck. This is the original sticker, the window sticker, the build sheet, if you would. Has all of the, the original Chilton's manual for it. Dude was going to sell that. Let's not show that because that's got his phone number on it. The Ranger owner manual. He's got all these, receipts and documents and tires and oil changes. He's got a list of things that he's done. He's got his mile per gallons he kept track of to see if there was anything wrong with it, knows if the mile per gallon starts slipping, he's got something to, check for. So anyway, we got the clutch and the brake pedal fixed, and I went to start it and, drive it. Oh yeah, another thing I did. We took the cap off, and I put the original, brush guard on here. I did do a little tinkering, and I painted the bumper. I painted I repainted this guy because it was a little rough. We repainted the grill. So just to make, I think the front end of a truck just kind of makes it, I just really feel like that look. And then we put it back into its original, STX form, where we got the roll bar in here. Don't mind those are going away. That's the original spares out of here, but we're not putting it back in. So today's project is valve cover gaskets. When I drove it home, the valve covers leaked so bad that it was just billowing smoke out of here because it would run oil straight down onto the header coming off, and it just it's got such a carbon buildup on it that it almost absorbs that oil and like sits there. Oh man, just look at that. I can't get you down in there. Look at that buildup. That's just where it seeps out of the valve cover, and then it heats up, or it gets boiled off, and it just builds carbon almost like pumice rock sitting on top of it now, so that sucks up the oil and makes it burn off, and it just freaking smokes like a freight train. So we're gonna take these valve covers off because they're probably original, 1989. So she's been on there since the factory. So time to get those refreshed. We're just gonna go with, I had a couple different options, but Felpro cork, no problem. We'll do the old grease them up and lay them on. And the thing of it is, you don't want to over torque these, but if Felpro puts these little metal pieces in here so you can't get them too squished and break them, it's kind of nice. Now they do have a silicone version of these. It's like $30 or maybe even 40. It's something like that. For this guy, just stock and standard, we're gonna put it back to original fashion, just where we seal it up. Nobody's gonna be back in there anytime soon, so just use the original cork. They're just fine. You don't need to spend the extra money. It only needs what it needs, fellas. If you've ever heard that said before. But after I got the clutch and the brake situated, where they were, you know, working independently from each other, which is freaking fantastic. It's like butter. I went to put it in gear, and gosh darn if I didn't find a puddle underneath the truck, and the slave cylinder had went out. I made it home 40 some miles, let it sit here, and the slave cylinder went out. It just leaked fluid all over. I tried bleeding it. Poor wife sat out here for an hour with me trying to bleed it just to make sure it wasn't something done. No. So we got a new fresh clutch kit. I got transmission seals just to freshen that up. I'm even thinking about putting a rear main in it just because we're right there, man. You might as well do it. So we're going to give it a clutch kit, fresh transmission seals, seal that thing up, make it a good, you know, so nobody has to get underneath there again. I was only going to do the clutch, the slave cylinder, but man, when you're there, it's just a little bit extra money, no more labor. You know, just replace the clutch wire there. So we got that on order, and that's what we're going to do. Meanwhile, this guy, we had to pull this. I did find out something really awesome. This is the 85 Ranger with a 302 T5. Found something awesome. If you sneak a peek right there, upside down, that says GT40P. And this is a Pro Comp air gap or something of similar to that. Intake, pretty spicy build. From what I understand, it has a cam in it too. So I need to check everything over. I'm going to tear it down and rebuild it. The heads are great. They are phenomenal. They honestly look reconditioned or brand new. I'm not sure what mileage is on this thing, but it can't be that much. But here's where the trouble begins. Don't mind my mess back there. The bearings are wiped. So when I dropped the oil out of here, it was mostly gas. The kids, I think, that owned it previously dumped a whole lot of fuel in the yap to try to get it started over and over and over again. Washed past the cylinders. My guess, I did take one head off, and the cylinders look great. They're not scored. You can still see cross hatching. I couldn't tell what bore it is, but it looks like it's got brand new pistons in it, which is phenomenal. They're not big dish, but they're not also. It looks like they're standard hyper-eutectic pistons. I couldn't tell what bore it was on though, so I'm gonna leave those pistons. I'm gonna check out the rings. I'm gonna tear it down, but currently the pistons are stuck in the cylinder bore. So I've been PB blasting it every night, letting it soak. It's been about 3 days. I still can't get it to turn over because the pistons are stuck. But I pulled the lower bearings, the main cap bearings. They do have little marks where evidently they had gotten it started once, and because there was no lubrication in there, it was all gasoline. It did eat one spot in the bearing where it was rubbing, with no lubricant, basically. So I'm going to replace all the lower bearings. And the cam looked okay from what I could see down in there, because I took the intake off, I took one of the heads off, and I could kind of see down in there. I took a few of those lifters out, and I could see down in there. It doesn't look bad, but, when it comes to bearings, so I'm not sure if I want to do a complete rebuild. Do I want to do that? Do I just want to get it going and throw it back in? I'm kind of hoping this is going to be my daughter's truck, so I think I might tear it down. Do it once, do it right. Tear it down all the way, get her done, and paint it up nice. Make it look nice. I mean, you look at the truck, it was redone back in the 90s. It does have a little here and there, but man, a little touch up here and there. Put a spicy little 302 with, paint her up nice and get her going. I could just, spend some time detailing this while I'm in here, let alone ignore all the rat's nest of wires that I need to do. But, get it going and, might as well take my time with this one. Paint up all this, get it all nice, and, maybe do the frame back, wire wheel it down, clean it up really good, get the gunk off of it, the years of gunk build up on it. and just make it look really nice. It's got a nice body on it, and I just think if I spend a little bit of time, this should be a good vehicle. So anyway, that's what we got going on today. I'm gonna get busy with these, and I guess next, after you see this, we'll be doing a transmission tear down, tear out. Oh boy.